We're gonna get some energy for the Leos. No, I mean Libra, sorry. I wanted to do Libra because I heard y'all was looking for me. Here I go. Silly. But yeah. Let's see what's going on with you for this powerful day in Leo season. It's a good day. This is the best day to manifest those things that you've been wanting the most. Write it in blue. It shall come to you. Light your candles. Clean your altars. Lay down your manifestation water. Mop your floors with your water. Your manifestation solution. Do the cinnamon and sugar at your doorway. Do a lot of cleansing, a lot of saging, removing things out. Bad energies. Open up those doors, those windows. Cause it's gonna it's this day and this Leo season is gonna bring really a lot of clarity, opening eyes. It's gonna remove a lot of people that don't belong in your life and don't no longer serves you. Cause it's gonna clear out and open up a space for beautiful things to happen. As you can see, the first card, the sun. Greatness comes from the sun. Rebirth comes from the sun. I'm not going to take those. They fell on the floor. If they want to come out again, they will. I saw one. Looks like a lot of battling going on. The one that came out. 1, 2, 3. One to match. I have, but I got 5 at the bottom. I don't think I'm going to put it in. 4. Well, there goes 5. Okay. And I got some oracle cards. I'll pull them in the end. So you have the sun, which is a rebirth, bringing in great stuff. It's also happiness, probably connecting with your childhood or your child life or childlike attitude. The tower, it's an ending of the bad. Something's gonna end. Not necessarily death, but it's just the ending of things. It's starting a new cycle. Hermit mode, meaning you're going to be at peace. You're going to be tapped into yourself. You're going to take time to heal, accept, and be accountable for what's happening and understand it. Like hermit mode, Virgos always, whenever they go through stuff or they experience things, they go into like hibernation, just like a bear. You never hear from, you never see them because they need that time to just think and absorb and just understand what's going on. Kind of gives them a better understanding of why this, they remove, like spirit moved this person away, or God said that this is not your time for this, or this person may not be a part of your blessings or your growth. And the Six of Wands, you basically say traveling, standing in. I'm gonna give another a firmer meaning of it, so you can get a little better clarity for it. Yeah, it's like, see how she has the V, like victory, So like in the end of all the the ending of whatever this may be, or this cycle, and with this meditation and silence and retreat, it'll be victory in the end. So it's like you could have been battling with something, or trying to go back, or not saying trying, but just going back and forth with the decision, or just things that you kind of had a hard time deciding. So it gives you, like, could I say, the understanding and the courage to win, because you got victory. Look how she looked. You could see in her expression, like she just, and just like how you say, up on a high horse. You got this. No matter what storm it was, because see, this tower card is basically like storm, fire. Just look like a lot of chaos going on, and you see people dying. It could be just people falling out of your life. It doesn't necessarily have to mean they're dying for real. It's just falling. They're basically removing themselves from your life. Everything is gonna be just, every blockage or everything that you were kind of like skeptical about, or like needed a second opinion on. Here it is. They gonna remove themselves on their own. Bye. See ya. And like, okay. And the Five of Wands is like, like the battle. It's like the battle. The Five of Wands is the battle that you went through before the Six of Wands, because see, it's like you all prepared, and like each move, y'all matching each move with each other, or whatever battle you had. This is, wow. Wow. Yep. Ready to defend and fight one another. It also says it could be like a friendly competition with somebody that's like outside. Maybe that message could be for someone, just one particular person. Maybe there's somebody who's like secretly trying to compete to you. So y'all been knick-knacking, going back and forth and saying, I could do this better. I could do this. You may not have been even saying anything. It just could be a competition that you all have been like taking part in. But either way it goes, you still come out victorious. So you got, yeah. Let's see, remind me of the show how to maneuver with. This is the step back. So you're basically stepping back. Um, you could be going to the water to, um, they say go to the water to release your emotions. Even water can give you emotions. It's like basically a place where you could heal, let go, just release all negativity, any bondages, anything that's been like basically hindering you, or putting a burden on your spirit. You go to the water, give your emotions to water, and find peace. So you could be stepping back away from a specific situation, and you may seek to go on a vacation, or maybe there's a lake, or that you go to, or maybe that's close to your house where you go and just release. And that's probably what it's telling you to do. Go release. Step back and release that. And through everything, you're learning. So you're learning to become one with yourself, learning to be self-aware of yourself. It could be also saying you need to align your chakras, or you could basically align yourself with you, or basically align yourself with spirit. Just basically come in alignment with yourself. And that brings a lot of clarity when you're in line with yourself, because you'll have understanding of the choices that you make, whether they're good or bad. You'll be able to hold yourself accountable for when you make choices and comes out with the situation. You'll have a better out should I say outtake on it. It's the ending of a cycle. That's probably why you're going to the water, and it's causing you, or it's telling you to do some learning, reading. Learning could also just be more knowledgeable of spirituality. Maybe it's telling you to pick up a skill, something that you're interested in, study it more. Get in your books and just start reading about it. Um, you could get on Google and ask Siri, and get on, TikTok. TikTok is very informational too now. But yeah, you could just basically whatever that thing, or whatever that has something that has caught your mind, or you have shown interest to, is basically telling you to study it. Take the time out to, and ending the cycles is saying, don't be repetitive. Don't do the same things that you've seen your mother do, your grandfather or grandparents. Basically just do what you want. Begin a new cycle. So whatever's like been holding you down or holding you back, as you see, because you say, "Oh, this is what I was taught." No, sometimes you have to break away from your taught. That's why it's telling you to learn, because you have to learn new things. Like, we have to learn that we can't stick to the same traditions all the time. We have to like break out and teach ourselves new things and take our own route at life, because sometimes the old patterns that our parents was taught, it's not the best for us now. Like centuries, you got to think about it. If years change, we should change as well. So in those cycles, start new cycles. And it's also saying share your gifts. So you have talents. You're very talented. You many talents you have. So it's time for you to share them all, regardless of what it is. Release the fears in it. Go out to places that have a lot of public eye and be seen, because Spirit is saying share your gifts, and in the end show gratitude, because you know after you take given to yourself to the water will give you healing. And then you're learning in the process about your healing and your life and things that you want to know about. And then you've ended the cycles that you needed to end. Because maybe the ended cycle is you being afraid of sharing your gifts. So in the cycle, so you'll be able to properly share your gifts, and then be grateful that God has allowed you to release the fears and release the emotional stress or damage or anything that has tried to hinder you. So you're going to be grateful, and then you're going to celebrate. This is New Orleans. The scenery is known for second lines and partying and gathering together just to celebrate. We celebrate death, we celebrate weddings, and just basically graduations. This is how we do it. We come together and we retreat, and we dance and we sing and we just gather together, and that's maybe like telling you what you need to do. Maybe you could maybe it's saying to take a trip to New Orleans. Basically just be grateful for everything that you've overcome and that you're capable of doing now. I'll pull these oracle cards. So We have core cards, projection cards, blue and hot. So the core card is going to be basically how you feel inside about the situation. It's going to basically help you with how you feel about it and how you're going to get through it. And wow. Until you find out what that core card is. That core card. Oh my God. Projection card is basically how you feel or how people see how you feel about this situation, how they see you outside of that. So projection is always outside of yourself. Okay, I don't want it to come out. Blue card is gonna, okay, it's basically a reaction. So it's like the calm reaction and the calmer side of how you feel about the situation. Red card is gonna always be like the excited, the aggressive, you know. So that was too many cards. Parts of how you feel about the situation. There's always clarity. Oh my gosh. So the first card is gratitude. So what does this card say? It says gratitude too, right? You have two gratitudes. Oh my God. The meaning of these cards are different, completely different. So I would rather read it directly so you could get the the guidance and the reading from this. Basically, you may not be showing your gratitude as much as you need to. That could also be saying that too. And then this card is a pear. The pear symbolizes diligent effort and enlightenment. The oxen represents reability. No, that's reliability, sorry. Hardworking, wealth, and power. The wheel represents the ever changing nature of fate and fortune. Enlightenment comes from the hard work and harvesting of information and the knowledge and gratitude for what was harvested and how it can become. So that's basically all this connects, especially when it's saying learning. Learning and gratitude. So when you have a farm, it takes time to basically plant your seeds, harvest, wait till they harvest, and then reap the beautifulness of your garden or your fruits, your vegetables, and just your trees. So basically, it's saying it's a long process. Maybe you've been through, like, whatever you've been through has been a long process, and now it's saying it's time for to show gratitude. It's time to show how grateful you feel about this, and basically show God that you appreciate what He has blessed you with, and so forth. So the next one you have is complexity. So in the complexity card is the immortal jellyfish. Represents adaptability. This amazing creature may be killed or eaten by predators, but it never biologically dies. When the jellyfish reaches full maturity, it simply makes itself a follow again by converting its cells. This process is called transdifferentiation. So, the Tower card, basically ending, changing. So this is what is happening. It could be saying you'll never, like, you'll never physically die, no matter who breaks you down or what comes in your life that may shatter your dreams or set shit back. You still survive. You still come through it. Like, tower is always just, it's the dying of a cycle. It's the dying of you. And look, they have this, it says ending the cycle. So whatever it is, the cycle is dead. The cycle has ended. Whatever, the old you is dead. The old people is gone. Everybody is falling out of your life that doesn't need to be there. Like, all the prayers you've given to spirit guides, ancestors, is serving its purpose. Girl, it's just reveal after reveal. So it's basically saying you could be all. It's also saying you could be ignoring the obvious. You know, um, it says beware that this card may be warning you too not to ignore the clear signs. Could be clear signs showing you, like, okay, this is a wonderful opportunity, take it, like, and you've been looking over it, like, I just said that, like, things could be hindering you because you're thinking about, oh, but this not what I was taught, or this not what how things are supposed to be, and stuff like that. Like, if you're getting these hints, it's making you aware, like, things could be complicated, but, like, remove those fears, get over the fears. Like, can I just say that? You're ending the cycles of fear because you're learning. You're learning yourself, you're learning new things. You're ending the cycle because you're fearful of sharing your gifts. So you're ending the cycle of fear so you can share your gifts. And you're gonna show more gratitude because you're gonna see, like, wow, you know, this was given to me. Spirit showed me, Spirit led me to this reading, and look, I have to be grateful for this because this is my blessing. And look at your next card, submission. Like, off top, you know that what submission means. And you know that there are certain ways to use it. So in this card, it's the Nile Valley civilization relied on the storms of the Ethiopian highlands to wash rain waters rich with volcanic topsoil into the Blue Nile to fertilize their crops. Every year, the Indonesian undoubtedly brought with it a plethora of tragic drownings, property damage, and other inconvenience. Despite that, people welcomed and celebrated the flood because without it, the glorious civilization of Kemet, Nubia, and Kush wouldn't have been possible. So, no matter what the floods brought, these civilizations were submissive to nature's processes, which will inseparably from the will of God's. So basically, it's saying, like, storms may come, and this is like, as you can see for this ending of cycle card, it's like some sort of storm with water, some kind of storm with water is like rushing in, just clearing out old things, just like when it's telling you to sit back and go to the water. So you have a lot of water. Maybe it could be a water sign too in your life. Just throwing that in the air. Could have been also connected because it's a lot of water. So this storm came and destroyed a lot of things, but it had a greater outcome because it became it I guess you could say it revitalized three cities within this country. And she's sitting here, as you can see, she's standing in thoughts, like just at peace and just enjoying. This is like a bunch of storms and chaos. As you can see, people like you could see these people walking through. It's really a depiction of Hurricane Katrina during New Orleans, because it shows back here, and this is a street. Nora Claiborne. Basically, Katrina basically shut down and destroyed New Orleans, but look how it came back. Like, look how the city came back as a whole and a renewing. So basically, you take that and just put put that pieces together and be like, wow, if that storm could break and take all that from those people, and they came back and still smiling and still loving and enjoying and stuff like that, I could do the same. So it's basically saying, yield to whatever you consider to be the superior force or forces over the matter in question. This will not be an act of weakness, but an act of strength. So maybe it's something that you might say, "Oh, if I give in, they gonna think I'm weak or weak." No, when you choose to be submissive, it's mean that you have control, because that means you're giving what pieces and what energy you want to give to the situation. So that means you have the control. Regardless of what it may be, you still have control, but make sure that you're keeping it. That's the thing. When you're giving or being submissive, you have to keep your control. It's a way of knowing what to do and what to give and what to take back. And I guarantee you, when you say, this is not what I'm going to deal with, I'm going to only do this and that and this and that, it's going to bring a lot of shit to you. Look, your last card is play. Oh my God. So after all of this drama and and all the drama and things that's been like hard and bothering you and heavy on your spirit, it's time to play. Enjoy yourself, have fun. That's why it says for to show your gratitude. So when it says dance, sing. So this is Cleopatra's Bath, the natural hot spring in the Siwa Oasis. The spring is one of the many in the area and is located on the path that leads to the Temple of Ammon. Cleopatra's Bath represents fun, beauty, laughter, luxury, and relaxation, and is a reminder never to forget to occasionally pamper yourself. There you go. In the midst of your gratitude, which is the partying part, and here in the sun, because the sun is basically enjoyment, rebirth, living, all of this is basically saying you will have a great outcome in the end. So make sure you, please, it is very mandatory that whenever spirit, God, guides, ancestors bless you with things that you're asking for, show major big gratitude. Be thankful, say it every day, wake up, be grateful, gratitude, because just as fast as they have blessed you with those things, they will take it from you. And that's all I have for y'all Libras. If this message resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so you can be notified when I post readings for your sign.